Hi, I'm CJ, and today we have a new episode of video. Here I'm going to show you my next read, and the story is extraordinary. It's the novel Annihilation. Today we are going to talk about this novel, and this is the list of things that we'll go through today. Annihilation is a successful and famous novel, and is written by Jeff Vandermeer. He was an author, editor, and a literary critic. He was kind of unique in his novel, and therefore he was known as the king of weird novels. A weird novel is a genre of novel that mixes up various elements such as horror, sci-fi, fantasy, but most important thing is it tries to tie up all those elements back to the human condition and real world. It helps to build a bizarre world in his novel, which makes the story feels like a dangerous adventure for readers. Annihilation was one of his best novels, and is the book of the Sultan Rich trilogy, about a team of scientists exploring Area X. And this book has also won 2 Nobel Awards in 2014, and I think that it should be a few reasons you should read this novel. First of all, I chose this novel because of the good reviews and well-recognized successful novel. Annihilation was claimed to be one of the most successful novels, and it has been recognized with numerous awards as we said previously. I believe that this novel is as successful as Still Alice, and it is expected to be good, and there will be a lot of foreshadows that makes the story tense and thrilling. There is also a film adaptation of this novel. The book's success has led to its adaptation into a film. I would get really excited by the idea that I could use this film to help me to picture the scenes in the novel. A typical novel will need us to picture the scenes in the novel in our brain, but our imaginations about the scene is not always as good as the scene we can see in the films. This makes a big advantage of this movie. I could watch this movie after I read the novel. To help to satisfy my imagination needs. The third reason is there's a blend of genres. Vandermeer seamlessly blends various genres into Annihilation. There are sci-fi, horror, psychological thriller, and even a touch of cosmic weirdness. This genre blending approach creates a unique reading experience that will keep the readers engaged and uncertain of what to happen next. That's why I think this novel is worthy to read, and there are a lot of surprises in it. Oh, by the way, all these are from the reviews of the readers, as I haven't actually read this novel, but I'm quite interested in reading this novel, and I think I might find some free time to read this novel. Next, let's look at the characters in this novel. There are 4 important characters in this novel, and the first one is the biologist, which is the protagonist and the narrator of this novel. And there is the psychologist, the leader of the expedition team, and the surveyor. She is responsible for creating maps and documenting findings. And the anthropologist. She was fascinated by the past civilization in Area X, and she explored Area X with an open mind. So next, we go into our synopsis, and it's story time. Let's go. In the novel, an expedition team ventures into the forbidden and mysterious Area X. The biologist's husband miraculously returns from the 11th expedition, as he was the first person to come back alive. Though he was in coma, it starts to raise questions about the nature of Area X. What is in there? No one's know. The biologist teams up with other members to explore Area X. They encounter eerie landscapes and a hidden underground structure filled with cryptic messages. No one can understand the messages, although all of them are written in alphabets. Where does it come from? That's a mystery. As they delve deeper, unsettling phenomena and strange creatures test their sanity, and trust in one another starts to break. Secrets are revealed, alliances are fractured, and the survival of the team became uncertain. The team's struggle intensify as they confront enigmatic beings and fight for their lives. Ultimately, they discover that the true secrets of Area X are more terrifying than anyone imagined, challenging their reality and leaving them questioning the implications of their previous journey. We could see that the story is somehow interesting, and I really wanted to find out how does the 4 women in the expedition teams end with. And next, we are going to the subject matters. And one of the hot topics that was being discussed about this novel is the human relationship with the natural world. Annihilation is a book that explores how humans and nature interact. It talks about a strange, mysterious place called Area X that fills people with wonder because it is both strange and perfect. There are strange creatures that looks like human but behave in confusing ways. This book makes us think about how animals see the world. How does blood and squirrel see busy cities? It also makes us think about how we affect environment and change it. But even with these changes, animals adapt and survive. For example, dogs working on sidewalks have to deal with the artificialness around them, and pigeons have to live in polluted cities and breathe in dirty air. How does it feel like? I guess it's how the expedition feels like in Area X. It's the same. And Annihilation is like a mirror that shows us how animals experience our world. It is like the characters in Area X who tries to navigate a strange, confusing place. This makes Annihilation an eco-novel, where Area X represents our world and the creatures in it. Overall, Annihilation makes us think about the relationship with nature, makes us feel the empathy for the animals that live with us. It shows us the difficulties they face because of our actions and asks us to take better care of the environment. That's what I think about this novel. Next, we have the memorable quotes. I think the most memorable quote for me, and maybe for you too, is this one. We all are still fighting in the world to survive under so much competition. Sometimes we might feel too anxious and worried to step out of our comfort zone. We are too scared to fail, which makes us unable to concentrate our dreams. In conclusion, this novel seems really interesting, and I would recommend you to read it. I would really be interested in solving the mystery in the stories and understanding the message that the novel gives out to all its readers. Hence, I would plan to read this novel in my summer break. And that's all for today. Thank you.
What is it?
The soldiers on the last expedition.
They went crazy, or something in here killed them.
Something's come through the fence.
Through the fence?
We have to go back.
I can't go back.
We can camp here tonight.